Good morning, designers. This is Jill Sear, your instructor for exploration of design. And it is week 4 already. I can't believe it. And I want to wish you all the very best moving forward into the next sessions. And I want to congratulate you all on doing such a great job over this past 3 weeks during this asynchronous course. This week, we're going to be discussing geometric versus organic. And the topic that we will be exploring is design that guides us and design that moves us. So this week, I really want you to sort of dig deep and really think about how the geometric versus organic sort of ties into that theme within you. So this week is a little bit different because you will get access to the course on Sunday, July 13th, and then everything will be due on Friday, July 17th. Your foundation building will still be due at 11:59 on Wednesday night. So just use your time wisely over this week since it's a little bit shorter than most. So in the overview, I've written about the differences and or the similarities that you can sort of grasp onto for this assignment. So in this assignment, even though you're going to be like thinking about geometric versus organic, I also want you to be sort of exploring either harmony or juxtaposition. So the harmony is when elements work together, and juxtaposition is when things contrast. So first of all, I want you to kind of think about, do I want everything to feel like it goes together, or do I want there to be some sort of stark contrast in my design? Secondly, what I would like you to think of when you're creating this design is, do you want to work 2D or do you want to work 3D? Because you have the opportunity right here. I've given you the opportunity to work in a 2D design or a 3D design. And a 3D design does not have to be a sculpture, but it could be. It can also be something that's relief that hangs on a wall and projects out of that. So you could do a 2D flat design in traditional or digital means, or you could do something that's 3D, like relief or sculpture in the round, where you can see all sides of it. So that's your first choice. Well, actually, it's your kind of second choice. You're thinking about the harmony and the juxtaposition as choice 1, and then choice 2 is 2D or 3D for me. The next thing that you have to make as the designer, as one of your choices, is, am I going to work with like geometric shape or organic shape? And then lastly, you have to choose, are you going to work with organic texture or synthetic texture? And in our book, Line Form Color, in pages 54 through 67, they have a really great overview about the difference between organic and synthetic materials. So I urge you to take a look at those things because they do really show you a lot of different things that can be used. So before you start making choices, I definitely would review those pages in Line Form Color to sort of spark your interest in maybe some organic or synthetic textures. So let me just run that all down again. All right. Do you want things to feel like they go together, harmony, or they clash, juxtaposition? Number 2, do you want to work 2D? Or do you like drawing, digital, painting? Or do you want to work 3D, relief, sculpture in the round? Thirdly, do you want to work with geometric shape or do you want to work with organic shape? And lastly, do you want to work with organic materials or synthetic materials? And if you're thinking about harmony, then organic and synthetic might be a good pairing, but it could be opposite. But if you're thinking about juxtaposition, like organic and synthetic might be a good pairing. So you have to also think about what you're using for those, that element at the beginning, so that harmony or that juxtaposition or contrast. By the end of the week, you should be able to research and utilize textures like I just suggested to you, of your own choosing. You should collect those textures also, and those textures should show up in your sketches, either glued in or sketched in. I like to glue them in just because a representation of that material is always a nice addition to a sketchbook spread. And you should be able to create a 2D or 3D design that incorporates geometric or organic shape and organic or synthetic texture. You should review all of the assignments like we always do. And right here, watch the lesson overview, which I hope you're watching right now. And I have also given you a reading, Land Artists Arrange Stones and Leaving into Mesmerized Mandala and Spirals. So make sure that you touch upon this reading, look at the visuals. They are stunningly beautiful. So make sure you're looking at all the resources that I'm giving you. Right here, there is a slide share that reviews textures, so make sure you look through that. That's just in addition to going through those pages in Lineform Color. So for your homework, it is always laid out here. We're sort of move down here, and there are inspirational images. Let me just click over here. So that I want you to be able to take a look at and have them fuel your design. So in this particular image, the artist has taken the geometric and the organic together. So that is one of those cases where that's how they've paired them, and they really do have harmony together. Here is a 2D component of geometric and organic. Here is an organic and geometric. Here is a organic shape with synthetic material. And here is an organic with synthetic. So I want you to be able to kind of take a look at these and understand how the organic or geometric sort of match with that organic or synthetic texture. Here is a video that I would like you to watch about Andy Goldsworthy, who is one of the masters of working with organic materials and all different types of organic or geometric shapes. It's not very long, it's about 2 minutes. And here is the assignment. So for your assignment, it says submit 3 thumbnails that incorporate geometric or organic shape. So you made that sort of choice. You probably have made the choice if you want to work with in harmony or in contrast already. And then organic or synthetic texture. So only 3 thumbnails this time. I really want you to use color. And I also want visual and verbal notation of your materials is mandatory. So you have to write down what you're using. And also I said before, like if you have those materials and you can glue them into your sketchbook, it will just make those sketches more rich. For the final, you'll create a final design. And I just want to give you a few tips and pointers. If you are going to be making something 3D that's relief, that's on some sort of backing board that projects off the wall, I urge you to work in something like foam core that comes in, it's white. You can get it actually at the dollar store for about $1, but it's easier to sort of glue onto. Foam core is a great material, cardboard's a great material, but don't try to create any sort of relief off on paper. It's just, you won't have success with that. If you're going to be working 3D, I highly suggest you work with hot glue gun. It will just help you get your objects on there a little bit quicker, your materials. And if you're going to be working in synthetic materials, try to choose something that you can purchase a lot of at a smaller cost, or if you have some sort of recycle center that you can go and buy like objects multiple objects of the same thing for a very low cost, then you can do that too. So if you're not working organic and you're going to work synthetic, just think about the things that you can use that are sustainable or recyclable or are things that, that people would just throw away. I always encourage people to use those types of materials instead of going out and buying a lot of stuff. So you're going to create that final. Now, also, I want to talk about the end of the session. So right here, you're going to, for the assignment, you're going to submit your final piece. So one photograph to the actual assignment is good. If you want to take two because you want to take two different versions or different views of it because it's 3D, that's fine. And if you want to also submit more than one picture here because it's a 3D into the forum, you also can. Now, peer critique lists have sort of changed a little bit just because I've shifted some students around. So just make sure that you post that up on Friday, actually, on Friday. And then you've given peer critique back by at least Saturday at 11:59. So I've given you an extended day just to add peer feedback, just because not everybody will upload on Friday. And if you check back in, your partner might not have uploaded the artwork in time for you to meet the deadline on the 17th of 11:59. So I'm extending that peer critique time because I'd rather have people have the time to sort of go back on Saturday the 18th and give peer feedback. So make sure that you are looking at the underneath the section that you are in and that you give peer feedback. Some of you are in groups of 3, so I would love for you to respond to more than one person if possible. And then lastly, at the very bottom is a virtual gallery, and it says upload artworks from 2 of the 4 weeks of the session. So this is your choice. So we're creating a gallery so all of us now can go in and sort of view this without having to go into the forums. You have to kind of like go into the person's name to view their artwork. So this is more like when you open it up, you'll see everyone's artwork, and then there'll be areas on the side for you to be able to comment and whatnot. So this is done by section. So 2 of the 4 weeks, so say you like the first week and the third week, and those were your favorites and your artwork was the most successful in those weeks, then those are the weeks that you could choose, but it's totally your choice. And it says upload 2 to 7 images no larger than 500 megabytes by Friday, July 17th, 11:59. So it's the same posting time as the assignment, and browse the gallery and provide comments and feedback by Saturday, the 18th by 11:59. So I want you to go in there and take a look at all of your peers that were in your section. And right here, you'll see that there's a gallery for 03. So if you're in the 03 section, this is the gallery you should be submitting to. And this is my 09 section because I teach 2 sections. So you will click into it and you can upload. Now, 2 to 7 images, I've said that only because some of like week 1's assignment had 5 images. So if that was one of your favorite assignments, and you feel like you really loved what you produced out of that week, then that's 5 images. And then, maybe if you're doing week 2, that's only 2 images. So 7 altogether. But if you choose something like week 2 and week 4, that could only be like your portrait, your pattern from your portrait, and then your final geometric or organic design. So that would only be 3. So it kind of just will vary for which weeks that you choose. So I'm just going to click back into week 4 and scroll back up and wish you all the very best as you further your design throughout this week and you move into your majors. I just want to give you a word of advice. Design is really the problem solving of art. It's where you really contemplate using those elements in design to improve the artwork and the technique that you're building as a young artist. So moving into your your areas of your major areas, those different media that you really love to explore, always try to keep in mind to think about those elements and principles as you're creating your artwork. It will make your artwork stronger and more meaningful, and it will help you make sense of how to create, no matter if it's digital, painting, printmaking, fashion. I hope that you have learned to understand that design is really about the cerebral component of art. So keep those elements and principles, those tools in the toolbox, really close to your workstation and try to use them throughout the rest of your time as you grow as an art and designer. Take care, good luck, and have fun designing.